Gulfstream today. Ron Nicoletti along with Katie Stazak. We have a nice day in South Florida. It was a little touchy in the beginning, but we got a fast main track, firm turf course, Katie. We got a fantastic carryover in today's Rainbow Six, which starts in race number 6, 337,000. Almost hit it again yesterday. There's always someone alive in the last race. Did not come to fruition, so we got that great carryover. And we also have a nice carryover today in the Super High Five. $12,048. They are going to bet this. If you don't know about the Super High Five, last race every day. Pick the first 5 finishes in order.
Yes, it's the second day that they're having a carryover in there, so it's been tough to play the last couple of days, but they always bet it up, a fun bet to play, and it should have some big numbers today.
Yeah, well, they always have 14 horses in the last race, it seems, so it makes it it makes it a tough bet, but if you're a smart handicapper, you get it done, you get rewarded very nicely. It pays great whenever they hit it, and along with the Rainbow Six, only a 20-cent wager, and we got a big day coming up tomorrow. We got the Fasig-Tipton Swales Stakes tomorrow, and we wanted to take a shot back and show you a horse from that won the Swale last year, and one of our favorite horses in here because of his name.
Right. We're going to see Spot run in this race. I know you were waiting for me to say that. What a fun race this was, and this horse became very popular last year, the Nick Zito trainee, just because of his name. Really cute, very appropriate, and a nice win for Spot last year. We're going to have a great day with the Swale tomorrow. We are going to see the return of Daredevil from the Todd Fletcher barn, a Grade 1 winner as a 2-year-old. Will be making his 3-year-old debut, plus we're going to see Super Colossal from the Eddie Pleaser Jr. barn, won the Texas Glitter Stakes here. This will be his first try over Gulfstream's main track, but already has 3 minor stakes wins to his credit.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun race, but that was a lot of fun last year with Spot. I never heard so many people after he won using all those lines, see Spot run, and all those different things. If you don't know what we're talking about, which I'm sure you do, those are the books you had to read in first grade. I actually got a B in first grade in reading, which is amazing. So, well, let's take a look at today's first race. 6 furlongs, starter optional claimer. Fillies and Mares 4 and up. $10,000, 1 jockey change on the number 1 horse, make the rider Luis Castillo. And we want to go back and show you a little rewind of a hard-knocking horse who's the poster child for the horse of course angle, and that is Courtney Ryan.
Yeah, 2 horses in here that you're going to see, Courtney Ryan and Rebecca Surprise, both show up in this race. And right now, I was just checking out those odds, and Rebecca Surprise is favored again over Courtney Ryan, as she was heavily in this race. But look what happened. Courtney Ryan, the hard-knocking mare, won 10 races last year, the winningest mare in the nation, comes back. It's her first win of 2015, draws off pretty nicely. I really thought Rebecca Surprise was looming large at the top of the stretch in that race, and Courtney Ryan just put her away. I did not pick Courtney Ryan last time, and I paid for it. I am not doing that again. I have Courtney Ryan on top, and I had a chance to talk to trainer Tamara Levy after that race. She was saying this is still the same Courtney Ryan. She had big excuses in the last 2 races. She had lost when she was uncharacteristically on a 3-race losing streak. The one race she just misjudged the wire, was only beaten a neck. The other race she was coming straight off the farm with some time off, so probably wasn't as sharp as she could be. I don't know if 6 furlongs is her ideal distance, but I think she's the best horse in the race.
Well, I didn't pick it today. I did last time. I went with the 5, Miss Darla. Didn't miss a beat when she shipped in from Hawthorne, proceeded to notch her 3rd consecutive victory. Just thought I'd go a different way today. Trainer Jose Garofalo has Joel Rosario, who's been running in great form recently, returning on this really consistent daughter of Montbrook. Courtney Ryan, for all the reasons you mentioned, like I said, poster child for the horse for course angle at this track. And Rebecca's Surprise. Who knows? She might come back and surprise us again today and win that race. Set 7th for second last time behind Courtney Ryan. Kelly Breen, 22% with the turnback move. So the first race, nice race, you know what I mean, to start the day off. Second race today, 1 mile maiden claimer, 3-year-olds, $12,500, 1 scratch in the race, and that is number 6. Mr. Senra has been declared out of the race, and we want to go back and show you a horse that had a little trouble at the start last time.
That might be the understatement of the century. We're going to take a look at Purpose here, and I don't know who had more trouble, Purpose or jockey Javier Castellano. Purpose is going to take a major hit here and get bumped around. Javier Castellano is going to lose his stirrup iron. you see Purpose there stumbles. Javier amazingly stays on. That is a credit to his determination there. And it amazed me that that horse was even able to finish and get up for fourth with a better trip. I think this is the horse to beat. Go further back in the past performances for this gelding, posted back-to-back second-place finishes at this level in December and January. After dropping from the $35,000 level and trying the grass, Castellano stays aboard, blinkers stay on. I think those make the difference with a better trip, which shouldn't be difficult to have a better trip than last time.
Yeah, and like you say, this looks like the horse that's certainly to beat in there. But I went with the number 2 Malibu Dreamer on here. And this one's second at this level in distance at Churchill. That was back in November. Going back to the main track today after finishing at even fifth, but that was against $25,000 maidens going 7.5 furlongs in turf. Really like the trainer here, Pat Byrne. Luis Saez handling the combination surface switch, drop down. You know me, I'm a sucker for those horses going from the turf to the dirt. Have the number 8 Purpose for all the reasons that you mentioned. We got our exacta flip-flop. And I used the number 1, I'm Sensational. A late running time type. I'm not sure this one could win, Katie, but I just thought it would be a logical horse to put on the ticket.
I kind of felt the same way about the horse that I threw in, Fenerbahce, taking a big drop to this level after failing to factor in 3 starts on turf and synthetic. He did not get a good trip out last time either. Perhaps he can improve on dirt as a son of Flower Alley.
Well, my question to you is, this starts the early pick 4. Do we single Purpose, or do we go Purpose Malibu Dreamer?
I would go too deep.
Too deep looks like a way, so you can add more as this thing progresses, because the races are not as formful as that one might be as we go later on through the pick 4 sequence and the early pick 4 sequence, which brings us to race number 3. 6 furlongs, maiden claim is fillies, 3-year-olds. Another scratch in here. 6-horse Lady Mayfair was one of my picks. I don't know if it was one of your picks in there. How'd you see this race?
Well, I looked through, and I really thought this was a wide-open race, and I couldn't find anything that I really loved from the past performances, so I think I took a similar angle to you in going with a first-time starter. I put both the first-time starters in here at the top of my ticket. I ended up going on top with the 7 Rock House. This is a daughter of Chelsea Cat, a half-sibling to a horse named Faster and Furious Cat, who earned more than $100,000 in that one's career. Trainer Cal Lynch is 26% with his first-time starters. And jockey Angel Serpa, he got his first win of the meet yesterday. I think he can come right back, get number 2 today. Yeah,
I went with the other first-time starter, as you mentioned, the 4 Awfully Chic. And this one is the daughter of Awfully Wild, who couldn't have found, I believe, a better spot to kick off her career. Eddie Plesa Jr., I mean, he's a mainstay here in South Florida. He's really good with his first-time starters, 24%. Gabriel Saez in the saddle. Then I went to the inside with the 1 Tiz Cha-Cha, but I think your reasoning and my reasoning in here, a lot of horses have proven they don't want to win, and a couple of horses that haven't done that yet we have on our ticket. Here's one of those races where you go deep. If you can afford it, go all. There's only 7 horses in that race. Let's go to race number 4, and this one is a 5.5 furlong starter, optional claimer, 3-year-olds in here, and we're going to start it off. We both have the number 2, Your Dreams Are Mine, and we want to go back and show you this horse who was flattered by the horse that beat it last time out.
Absolutely. You're going to see a familiar name in this race, and that is It's a Knockout. This is the career debut of It's a Knockout. Who goes on to win? But take a look at Your Dreams Are Mine, who's closing from the back of the pack, which can be difficult to do here at Gulfstream sometimes, and this one makes a really nice move in the end against very tough company. It's a Knockout is going to grit out a nose victory here in his career debut. But look at Your Dreams Are Mine coming late, only beaten 3/4 of a length, and this horse had a breakthrough win last time out, rolled by 4 lengths in a $50,000 claimer, not getting in for a claim today for good reason. I think this is a pretty nice little colt here. A lot of times, I've seen it so many times, a horse breaks his maiden and then continues that winning streak. They get over the hump, they figure it out, and then they're like, okay, I got this. I think Your Dreams Are Mine. I think this is a race where you single after going deeper in the earlier legs of the pick 4.
Yeah, I mean, Your Dreams Are Mine, like I say, the horse, It's a Knockout, if you don't know, is undefeated now, 3 starts, won the Besalou Stables Fountain of Youth last time out by a disqualification, but still ran well in there. So I just think this horse was flattered by running third. It was a fast closing third, and I like the fact, that was the reason I really liked it, because coming back and winning impressively at a $50,000 level, the connections probably went Nobody grabbed it for $50,000 in that race. I went with the 3 Missed in second. This one making its first start since dueling throughout and holding on gamely to defeat $50,000 maidens. It was at Churchill. And what I like about that, that was at first asking, was hounded all the way and won. The trainer was Dale Romans, Corey Lannery, handling the son of a Sharp Humors 3-year-old debut. So off that performance, I just thought, I'll give this horse a chance to be on the ticket, and we both used the number 1 Deer Dog.
Yeah, Deer Dog's on a 2-race win streak. He broke his maiden here 2 back at the 12.5 level. That was a 6 1/4 length victory before taking an allowance up at Tampa. I thought that was a nice move by trainer Buff Bradley to send him up there. May have been a little bit of a softer spot, gets another win, and now he's going to come back in a much tougher spot than the last time we saw him here, but he's in good form, and he could steal it on the front end.
Let's go to race number 5 today. 6 furlong claimers, 3-year-olds and up, $20,000. We have no scratches or jockey changes to report in the race. Track announcer Larry Comas will be coming on in a little while. He'll update you on all the changes here to have a fun day. 9 runners will go to the post. As I mentioned, 3-year-olds for a $20,000 tag. We both went with the number 4, One-Eyed Candy Ride. I wonder if this horse is one-eyed.
I don't think so.
Oh.
I think he has 2, but we'll see. I think One-Eyed Candy Ride is a deserving favorite in this race. That's probably why we both had him on top. He was second, beaten just a length and a half in his last start at this level on January 23rd. That was his first start off the claim for trainer Jane Sabelli, who continues to have a very strong meet here, winning at a 25% clip. Got a 71 buyer from that effort, a number 11 points higher than the second best last out buyer in this field, which would be Tricky and Carthagin. I think a repeat effort of what he did last time will get him the win.
Number 5, Seeking Fame, now in the Larry Pilati barn, and that's where I wake up, because Larry Pilati just having an excellent meeting. Larry and Pilati and I are friends for many, many years here in South Florida. He's the son of Seeking Beauty, makes his first start since failing turned his check. That was in 25,000 starter allowance, optional runner race up at Tampa Bay in January. But Larry Pilati, I mentioned, just having a fantastic meeting. He's winning races here at a 44% clip. He's had 16 starts, 7 wins, 2 seconds, and 3/3. Luis Saez, I think, has 55 wins at the meeting or something like that, so he's riding in great form. Put all of that together, got to have this horse on your ticket.
Yeah, Luis Saez, 50 wins as it stands at the meeting. Javier Castellano is 85, leading the standings right now. But talk about the numbers for trainer Larry Pilati. 69% in the money with his horses. He really is having a great meet. I like the top 2 that we have in here very much. Yeah,
and the other horse I threw in was the 2 Carfagan. This one moved to the Chuck Simon barn, and Chuck Simon, limited amount of starters, especially over at Gulfstream Park West. He shipped over here. He's had his horses win, and they've all paid like incredible prices. So Chuck Simon, maybe he's the long shot in that race. We're going to take a short break, and we come back. It's going to be time to talk about the Rainbow Six.
Gulfstream Park is one of Florida's top entertainment destinations, mixing restaurants, clubs, a casino, and international boutique shops with world-class racing. In a lavish, sun-drenched setting with the feel of a Mediterranean village, Gulfstream is a leading year-round entertainment and tourist destination and the home of luxury residences in 2014. The Stronach family, owners of Gulfstream Park, is committed to the sport of thoroughbred racing and the grace, spirit, and generosity of the horse.
The Rainbow Six is back and it's better than ever. Now with a 20-cent base wager, it will expand the market for the popular bet. And in addition to doubling the base wager, the percentage return for the winners on the day the jackpot isn't hit increases to 70%, with 30% going to the carryover pool for the next program. Gulfstream Park, you got to be here each and every day. Welcome back to Gulfstream. Today we're having a chuckle because the horse I have on top here to start off my Rainbow Six ticket is the number 4, Topo Pecaliga. We're going to say it is Topo Pecaliga. We're going to say number 4. We'll check with Larry Comas to see if we have that exactly right. Well, this horse, the number 4, we'll call it, moved to the Kirk Zadie barn, beat a claim, returning to the main track after finishing, I thought, a well-matched second against $20,000 maidens, going 7.5 furlongs on the grass. Trainer Kirk Zadie is 42% with horses going from the turf to the dirt. Edgar Zayas had a riding double yesterday atop this son of exclusive quality. I like this horse a lot today. 3-1, I believe, on the morning line.
Yeah, this race is going to open up the Rainbow Six, which has a tremendous carryover today, over $350,000. I believe it's 370 something, but just a tremendous carryover. And I like my horse a lot that I have on top, which I'd like to know why you don't have this horse on your ticket. That's the 2 Gray Beau, dropping down to the claiming ranks in his first start for trainer Jenna Antonucci. His best races have come here at Gulfstream. He's second on 2 occasions in maiden special weights here in September. This will be his first start here since those efforts, and I have to think that he'll respond positively to that.
Well, I did not put him on my ticket, but that's the beauty of the Rainbow Six. It's the first leg, so I'll go back and check Jenna's horse and see if I'm going to use it on the ticket. But I did use the 8, and so did you, and that is Bold Summit. Hoping to save something more this time around for the stretch drive. Setting the pace of weakening to finish third behind a next out winner called All the Way. It's Alan Jerkins, Hall of Famer, has apprentice Eric Rodriguez in the saddle. Just thought this was a logical choice that you might want to put on your ticket. And I went with the 3, To Quest the Storm in third. This one is cutting back to 6 furlongs on the dirt. Set a pressured pace last time out and faded. That was against maiden special weight competition on the turf. Michelle Knee-High, 17% with the turf to dirt angle.
I think the one first among equals could return dividends for somebody. 15-1 in the morning line. Trainer Jose Sanchez, perfect 2 for 2 so far this race meet. This gelding was a $175,000 yearling purchase, who clearly has been placed aggressively to win this race. Distorted Humor, known for his precocious runners that win early, 17% with his debut runners. And I think this gelding's been working pretty well leading up to his debut. He turned in a bullet over at Gulfstream Park West for 4 furlongs on Saturday, went 48-3.
15-1, I like that. That's a good one. We ought to put one of those on the ticket. Let's go to race number 7. And this one, 1 mile and 1/16 on the turf. Maiden claim is fillies and mares 4 and up. $20,000. Scratch the number 10, Divine Doll. This kicks off our pick 5. The last 5 races on the card. 50-cent wager. I went with the number 9, and so did Katie, and that is Quarla. Now in the Marty Wilson barn. A little cold, the Marty Wilson barn. This is a daughter of Mr. Greeley, returning to the turf after coming within a length of exiting the maiden ranks. That was on a sealed, sloppy track. Marty Wilson, he's pretty good with new additions to his barn. He's about 20%. And guess who's riding? Our leading rider, Javier Castellano.
Yeah, gotta love the way that this 4-year-old filly has been working since transferring to the Marty Wolfson barn. Posted the bullet 4 furlong breeze here last week. Went 4 furlongs in 47-1. That's pretty good. Toned it down a little bit in the last pre-race work a little bit 6 days ago and went 48-2 on Sunday. Have to think that she will run well, and it looks like we saw things exactly the same way in this race. That might give you a good sign heading into the pick 5.
Yeah, Famous Thing is the logical choice. Doesn't seem to want to win. And the number 6, Oxy Dada. Let's go to race number 8. It's 1 mile on the turf. Claim is 4 and up, $35,000. Scratch the 3, scratch the 13, scratch the 14. Went to the outside. So did Katie with number 12, Gunderson. Dropping to the $35,000 level. Cutting back to a mile. It's Mike Maker. He's good with the 31 to 60 day freshening. He's about 23%.
I love this horse. He's not going to have it breaking easy. You're not going to have it easy breaking from the 12 hole, but impossible to ignore with these connections. He's taking another drop down from the $50,000 claiming level after competing mostly in upper level allowances. I want to just look at his last couple of starts. He was third 2 starts back to a horse named Arapeka, who just came back to finish third in the Gulfstream, or in the Canadian turf last week, and that was a grade 3. And last time he was third again, and the winner, Sachem Spirit, came back to win an upper level allowance. So he's been running a nice company. Between that and the drop in class, the cut back to a mile, and the connections was a no-brainer for me.
I used the 10 Street Game in second, and the number 5, Drago's Best in third to kick off our final pick 4 of the afternoon. Who else do you like in here? The number 2?
Yeah, Just Fooling Around. Another horse that's dropping from the $50,000 level. He was 7th in that race behind Sachem Spirit and Gunderson. Broke on the far outside in that race, so should benefit from having a much better post and an inside trip from post 2 today. And 2 back, he scored a 1 1/4 length victory at this level. Corey Lannery, who was aboard for that win, was not aboard last time. He jumps back on today for this race.
Let's go to race number 9, 1 mile allowance optional claim of fillies and mares, 4-year-olds and up. $25,000, 8 runners in the field. This is my single on my Rainbow Six ticket, and that is 8 previous, and I'll tell you why. Stretching out to a mile after a really useful return against similar, going 6 1/2 furlongs, That was on the sealed sloppy track. Bill Mott is the trainer. Listen to this stat. He's 33% with second start off a longer than 180-day layoff, and he has this lightly raced 5-year-old sitting on, I believe, a winning performance.
I completely agree with you. Love Previous in that race. Not only did she probably need the last race coming off of that long layoff, but she was probably extra fatigued running in the slop that day, and she got bumped around at the 8th pole a little bit. Bill Mott is on a roll right now. He won 2 races on Wednesday and has won with 8 of his last 14 starters. And here's a bit of a fun fact. That Previous broke her maiden here at Gulfstream emphatically exactly a year ago to the day.
Today?
Yes, today.
See that? Find that out right here from Katie. I used the 4 Little Honey Badger in second. This one moved to the Jamie Nesbarn V to claim after recovering from a slow start to defeat $30,000 condition claimers, going 3/4 of a mile. We both have the number 1 Street Home Alabama in third. Let's go to race number 10. 5 furlongs on the turf. Claimers, fillies and mares 4 and up. $20,000 scratch. The 1, the 2, and the 5. The 1 was my top pick. The 5 was my second pick. The 2 I did not have on the ticket, but had to go back, and I know the same thing similar happened to you, and we had to re-handicap this race, and we were laughing because we both ended up with the number 10.
It sounds like we had the same trifecta in this race because I, too, had the 1 on top and the 5 in second, so we end up with May's Treasure Trove dropping back down to the claiming ranks after 2 solid performances in starter allowances here. Actually owns the highest last out buyer of this field with a 79, was 4th, beaten just a length and a quarter in her last start on New Year's Eve, and ran second in a race that came off the grass 2 starts back. She rates even higher for me if track conditions come into play and things, get a little bit wet, but so far things are looking lovely here at Gulfstream.
Well, sorry, Katie. I added the 9, Almost an Angel, but we both added the number 13, La Churchy, and this one is a benefit from the scratches to its inside, so it's not post 13 anymore, and there's anybody hotter than George Navarro in his barn, so it looks like a logical horse. If you look this horse, you say, well, can it handle 5 furlongs? On the turf, you go back to August, I believe, 8th at Arlington Park, and this horse got beat 3/4 of length, sprinting at 5 furlongs on the grass, and just a hot barn. I think you got to add that horse to your ticket.
Completely agree. I kind of took the same angle with that one.
Yeah, I mean, it just looks like that horse. And I didn't like him from post 13 that much, but the scratches to the inside, moves in closer. I think it's really going to help him, especially going 5/8 of a mile.
Absolutely.
The last race today, 1 mile turf, claimers 4 and up, non-winners of 2 races in life, $25,000. We got a jockey change on the number 9 horse, make the rider Jose Valdivia Jr. The weight will now be 119 pounds. And we got a workout on the number 3 horse at Palm Meadows, 3 furlongs on February 24th in 38.30. And we both have the number 7 Inventor's Gate on top of the ticket. And I like that because this horse is 12-1 in the morning line. And we both come up with the number 7.
Yeah, I was surprised. I thought this was a little bit of a dark horse that I had here on top at 12-1, but looks like the word's out because we both thought the same. You have to go deep in this final leg of the Rainbow Six. I think so many horses with a chance in this final race. This one broke his maiden nicely 2 starts back here at this distance at the $35,000 level. Then he took a step up to the $50,000 level and stretched out to a mile and a 16th. Didn't fire. Going to drop back down today to what is probably a more appropriate level for him and gets back to his ideal distance of a mile for trainer Mark Hennig.
I also have another long shot on my ticket, and that's the 6 Comancheria. And this one's going to face winners after parlaying a 6-wide charge into victory against $20,000 maidens at the distance. It's Jonathan Shepard. Respect him a lot. Rafael Hernandez riding in great form, going for 2 in a row, and he's up there at a pretty solid price. Closed it out with the 4 Niche, and like you said, this is the super high 5 race. You got to go deep in this race because we're all over the board, and the morning line favorite in there, the number 2 Roman's Paradise, was my long shot of the day. So I was not thinking the same way that the line maker was.
No, I guess I wasn't either because that 15-1 long shot, the 6, I also have on my ticket in third. I do have the favorite, the 2 Roman's Paradise on my ticket. Ron does not, but a long shot, so he's probably live too. So the moral of the story is go deep in this final leg if you can.
Right. Well, tomorrow we're going to have a great day, but we got some fun racing right this afternoon. Tomorrow we mentioned is the Fasig-Tipton Swale, but you got to stay at Gulfstream Park all Friday afternoon. For Ron and Katie, good luck.
Good luck.
There's a new day dawning in Florida. Never before has a Breeders' Cup Classic winner retired to stud in the Sunshine State. Until now. Adena Springs presents 3-time Grade 1 winner and earner of over $4 million, Fort Larned. New to Adena Springs South.
It's Friday in South Florida as the horses head to the paddock and walking ring for the opener of our 11-race program on a cloudy day here at Gulfstream Park. Hello, everybody. I'm track announcer Larry Colmus. Welcome to Gulfstream Park. Welcome to all of you watching our races today for our 11-race Friday card. The Rainbow Six not hit again yesterday. That pool will most likely reach $500,000 today, and that will be on the last 6 races on the card. Let's take a look at the conditions and the changes for Friday's action. Mid-70s today. Skies are cloudy. Northeast winds. Fast for the main track, firm for the turf. The first race at 1 o'clock. And now, today's changes. In the first race today, number 1, Chifa, make the rider Luis Castillo. Luis Castillo on number 1 in race 1. In the second race, scratch the 6, Mr. Senra. Number 6 is out of race 2. In today's third race, scratch the 6, Lady Mayfair. Third race, scratch number 6. Fourth race is okay. No changes there. And no changes in the fifth. The sixth race will start the Rainbow Six. $337,915 in the carryover today. In race 6, scratch the 7, Successful Native. Race 7 kicks off the pick 5. Scratch 10, Divine Doll. Number 10 is out of race 7. Race 8 started the late pick 4. Scratch the 3, Midnight Notes. 13, Kings Over, and 14, Mega Move. 3, 13, and 14 out of the 8th race. The 9th race has no changes. In the 10th race today, scratch 1, Free West. Scratch 2, This Dance Is Taken. Scratch 5, Sunrise Kitty. 1, 2, 5 out of race 10. In the 11th race on today's card, a workout for number 3, All My Memories, on the 24th of February at Palm Meadows. 3 furlongs in 38.30 seconds over a fast track. And also in race 11, number 9, Belly of the Whale, make the rider Jose Valdivia Jr. Jose Valdivia Jr. waive the apprentice allowance, the weight 119 pounds, for number 9 in race 11. The Rainbow Six, the big news today, that's on races 6 through 11. $337,915 in the carryover. It should reach $500,000 today. One race later, the pick 5 starts in race 7 on today's card. And we do have a carryover. In fact, that's a 2-day carryover in the Super High 5 on the last race, $12,148. And don't forget our racing schedule coming up this week from March the 2nd through the 8th. There'll be no live racing on Wednesday this coming week because we will be having a horse sale here with Facing Tipton on Wednesday. So no live racing coming up this coming Wednesday. We'll be having live racing on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday only because of the horse sale here on Wednesday. Mid-70s, cloudy skies, fast main track, firm turf course with 11 races set to come your way in just a few moments. Best of luck today here at Gulfstream Park.